country does not support health as much as they support the big medical system that tries to make you well after you've gotten sick. And we have to change some of that when you think that the majority of the morbidity comes from, in our country, comes from things that could be prevented if we ate better. That is really sad to me, because it's the idea of I'm going to just start with just eating raw fruits and vegetables, okay? Just cooking with what I would call real food, okay? Just that. If we just did that, not even talking about where it's coming from, just talking about eating raw fruits and vegetables, not just raw, but I mean cooking with raw fruits and vegetables, that would take us so far into health. And then you discover what it's like to eat stuff that has been raised by somebody that's put their energy into it. Going right back to that story that I told at the very beginning with that one of our first farmers grabbing that prep cook by the nape of his neck and telling him that he couldn't do that to the lettuce she had poured her life into. Once you have eaten that food, then you know, oh wait, there's something more here than just the nourishment that I get from this real food. But I can be really connected to the land through that farmer. And this takes us back to feeling that we are connected to the land. And I will say, you guys are our lifeline to the land. And without you, that's why we were so interested when we founded the Green City Market, that you have to have a farmer in every one of the stands, because we have to have that connection between the farmer's love for their land and their produce to the people that are going to take that stuff home and eat it or cook it. And so to me, it's super important for us to realize that we are in our country disconnected from seasons and land, and we live above all of that stuff, which is that's not healthy either. And so then that leads us to say, oh, you can get sick with anything, but medicine will cure it, which we know is not true. And when we could keep away from it if we just simply ate stuff that was grown by people that loved their food. And I just got a chance to come back from a short trip to Paris in the winter. And so it's like they're growing just certain crops there. It's not as cold as here, thank God. And to see the love with which everything was packaged there, because that culture respects food and culture and cooking and how that all works together in a way that we just don't see very often until you go to farmers markets. And then you can, it's my haven. My wife always says that, if I'm feeling down at all you have to do is get me to a farmer's market and my whole mood changes, because I get super excited about stuff that was raised with love and start to think about all the delicious things that we could do with that food.